Hi everyone, it's Madam Nove via Intimate Galore here to present a reading for Gemini during the end of the Libra season going into the Scorpio season 2016. I do welcome you all to the channel and hopefully you have been following us, and if not, you can always encounter us at intimategalore.com. And today I'm going to use 3 different decks during your reading to give you your energies and your inspirations for this season. So I'm going to start with the Enchanted Map deck, and which I truly enjoyed. And I'm going to do a basic 4-card spread in which I'm going to look into some of the past patterns that are leading up to the present energies that you're experiencing, and then give you a little indication on the future energies to receive during the season, and then the overall outcome card. So again, just something basic, but something to definitely feed you and nourish you. So we'll get started. And again, I'm asking the universe to bestow me upon the energies for the sun sign of Gemini during the end of the Libra season to the beginning of the Scorpio season 2016. I'm going to cut the deck, and then I'm going to do the 4-card spread, and then I'll hold up each card as I give you your energy so you can see the illustration. Very beautiful indeed. The first card here is the wide open card in the first position. Then we have the encouragement card. We have the Wizard of Awareness card. And then we have the Map Shifter Magical card. Beginning with this first spread here, the wide open card. Indeed, we see here she's in the wide open spaces, looking into the unknown. But indeed, this card is telling you that you are free. You're free, Gemini, to express all that you need to express here during this season, to get out the message very loud and clear to those in which you're trying to inspire and to reach. High level of conscience, perhaps. Hopefully, with the energy of Gemini, a lot of people say you have the multiple personalities, in which you must embrace that. You have different aspects of yourself in the yin and yang, and which is very prevalent during the Libra season here, in which we are embracing and recreating our identities and what we mean to people during this lifespan. Also, it's a time of healing and a time of embracing new things. So as we see this wide open placement here in the past position in your patterns, the uniqueness of the world and the way that you share your bounty of things is that of endless possibilities. Also, it comes with a lot of responsibility in which you must, embrace along your journey in this. This card is asking you to expand your horizons and to come to some kind of clarity with yourself on exactly what that pattern is. A lot of times you have so many ideals and so many things going on that even yourself, you waver a little bit on what it is that you truly stand for, that you really truly are trying to instill into people. Your approach is very important here in the way that you deliver your information, but knowing that you have the freedom here. So basically, this past pattern card is telling you that it's open, the gates are open for you to do this. And you must know that there's a greater purpose and a rising that must occur here, especially within your ideas and into the different things that you inspire to do, even if you're just reaching one person, in which you must find some type of joy or, abundance of clarity in that. Clarity is definitely the key word for you this season as you look into the inside of how you are for other people. You are of that wave of astrology in that first sector, in which it can be very selfish at times. And being selfish is not always a bad time. It's just dependent on the season in which you're trying to project this particular type of energy to different sources. So just pay attention to that as you move forward here, and we go into the present card, which is in the reverse position. This is the encouragement card. This is the card in the upright position, in which you clearly see here that the giraffe is encouraging the smaller giraffe. It's a bigger entity towards the smaller entity here. but you do have this in the reverse position, Gemini. And it's telling you in the encouragement of things that just because you might have a misstep or you might not be really benefiting off of the effort, you might not be getting the results that you have been seeking out, whether that's in your business, your love life, or even in your health sector. That one misstep doesn't necessarily mean that it's the end. You must know that there is a unique way to express yourself and to overcome a lot of these things that are going on. And even again, in looking at this position, knowing that basically here, you must know that you must form some type of humility. And I know that's hard for you, but in whatever misstep or mishap, or if you've gotten off of your path of things, especially transitioning from that Virgo season, that harvest, into this Libra season, one that is trying to get you to balance and to have fair judgment on things, you must know that humility is what's going to truly get you back on track. It's going to refuel you. You have to do this, not only for yourself, but for all of the entities that are empowered through you. Again, looking on it, you must rely on your higher self for this power, Gemini. Indeed, with this encouragement card being in the reverse position, truly and honestly, and we're going to look at other decks, but something greater awaits you. And this card is encouraging you to do that, but it lets you know that you have to stop beating yourself up in certain aspects of your accomplishment in regards to your goals, and have some humility in there, and to actually acknowledge sometimes where you may have not necessarily been wrong, but the way in which you present the order of the information. So just keep that in mind, definitely here in the present as we go through this transition of the season. Going into the future card here, the Wizard of Awareness card. Again, it did come into the reverse position, which is the upside down position, but I'm going to show you the illustration here. This card basically warns you that too much force and ego in a situation is not going to get your point across, and it's not going to reach out to the ones that really need to be touched. It is fine and dandy to get around like-minded souls in regards to even your relationships and maybe what it has been, but ultimately you must know that there's a higher purpose for you in reaching out to those that might not truly understand, that truly want to understand or want to move forward, especially within the energy that you project. So a lot of times when I really see this card come up in the deck, and especially in regards to an air sign, which is that of Libra during this time, it's asking you not to rob yourself of your desires by staying in a particular dream state. It's asking you to step back and to actually look at everything. This Wizard of Awareness really asking you to dig deep into what it is that you have formed and where it is that you want to go. It's asking you to meditate and to avoid control. That is something very hard for you, a lot of you Geminis, and you must accept that. Whereas the Libra season is definitely about compromise and acceptance, moving forward, and again, gaining the insight and healing yourself and getting back to some of your rituals. You must be aware of really what's going on around you and how your energy overall can contribute to the elevation of not only yourself but those around you, creating that balance. Again, resulting to, if a lot of you don't know, Libra is represented by the scales. It's a sign of justice. Whereas a lot of you feel like there's not a lot of justice that goes on. And indeed, you're right. And you could really set nice platforms up, and you have people who really are in tune with what you're saying. So again, this card in the reverse position is asking you to take a step back and to really evaluate the way that you're projecting the energy, and not allowing yourself to be blinded, and to accept the truth and the full experience of what is going on. Moving into the outcome card here, it is also in the reverse position, but it's a magical map shifter card. And it is one at the end of the energy of the deck. But this particular deck has 53 cards, and it being the 52nd card. And indeed, it's truly magical. And I love the illustration also, especially during this Libra season, because clearly in the upright position, you can see that he's juggling a lot of things. But yours did come in the upside down position as I dealt it from the deck. And so, of course, it has a different meaning. You have to be careful here in this overall outcome card because it brings you things in the opposite perspective of how you've been thinking of it all along. It's not necessarily a bad thing because things need to be shaken up, Gemini. They need to be shaken up a little bit in how you deal with things and how, you kind of project things. And so don't take that as a negative thing. Take it as just as a vibration that's getting you back on key to where you need to be. So again, as you look at it in the upside down position, you know what you want to seek, and don't be in denial. You can't refuse the truth, especially when we see this here in the overall outcome, because it's coming. Avoid traveling that path in which you fall asleep on your dreams, or you fall asleep on some of the promises that you have given to other people. This card is trying to tell you and trying to get you to snap back into that perspective and change this manifestation here. And that, indeed, during the latter months and seasons of astrology, we're reaping what we sow. It's inevitable. And it's asking you to match that vibration. You can't just get away with what you're saying or what you're doing. There has to be a shift to a higher frequency, and your actions have to really project more so of what you've been saying or what you've been, mapping out to those around you. And we're going to move into this romance deck here because we're going to look at this love sector, which love and intimacy plays a big, big part on everyone's, but especially Gemini's forward movement. Even though you guys are not the biggest emotional type things, you have a great sensibility and sensitivity to a lot of different people and connections around you. So asking the universe to bestow me upon a little bit of romantical type magic or inspiration to really feel you through the rest of this season and into the Scorpio season, as we already have looked at that map. So we need a little bit more affirmation in regards. So I've cut the deck, and I'm going to, again, do the 4-card spread. In the first position here, we have the reconciliation card here in the past. That's very, very interesting indeed. We're going to get into that. And then the present, we have the passion card just come up. In the future, oh my gosh, and I shuffled this deck. Kind of in tune with that of Taurus, the flirt card. And then here, in the last position here, this could be the one. Okay. All right. Here we go, Gemini. Here in this past pattern situation, this reconciliation card, someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, I know that this has already happened for some of you Libras. For some of you Geminis during the Libra season. As the Libra season is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. So it's basically going to happen to all of us, in which we're going to have to reevaluate and revisit something in which we've already established, i.e. the harvest season, reaping what we sow. But here with this reconciliation card, I see here with it coming in with this wide open card, it's telling you with the wide open card, remember to go ahead and express and know that you have the freedom to do that and to be encouraged with all that's going on. Also, just be careful in what and express, even with it saying return to your life, you already may be in a relationship and it may be that's so intimate or whatever the case may be, but it may be that you need that really projects you towards the dream aspiration. Maybe he'll this person may be igniting certain that you alleviate yourself from, or an action in which that current. So look at it as not already have you and nourish these particular egos. And when we kind of map, teach yourself through this and continue on to see from it. Moving along, action card where it's your heart and your soul coming behind that enchantment, and basically not the encouragement, it was the encouragement card. With it was asking you not to allow your missteps to really throw you off or whatever, and that is very, very important. The passion here is telling you to go ahead and keep that passion,